This time around, we're going to do a really easy meal. It's for the middle of the week. Let's say you're tired. It's already been a long week and it's only Wednesday, hump day, and you want to put something together real quick. One of my favorites is stir fry. This stir fry recipe compliments of Shay Shanae. Thank you for passing along and sharing it on Google Plus where I first found it. I've added some things to it, made it my own, kind of, maybe, but it really is quick. All you're going to do is stir fry up some chicken and some different vegetables, whatever you like. I've got some peppers, some carrots, some celery. Per the original recipe, the carrots and celery, I added the bell peppers because I kind of like them. And then we're going to put some Paleo sriracha. This sriracha has no sugar added. So really good stuff. You can find it at Whole Foods. It's a little pricey, but again, if you're eating to keep as much additive sugar out of your diet as possible, well worth it. The sweet chilies in this, very sweet, great sauce. The other thing we have is Red Boat fish sauce, also from Whole Foods. I can't find this anywhere else. This has no added sugar as well. So it's just your basic ingredients, your oyster sauce there, anchovy, sea salt, that's it. No MSG, nothing else, no added sugar, nada. So I've already pre-salted the chicken, which is what we were supposed to do. Cut it up, put some kosher salt in it, mix it in really well. So after that, the first thing we're going to do with this is we're going to take and we're going to saute up the veggies. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the oven on here. Make sure we're rolling. Get it warm. While that's warming up, I'm actually going to create our stir-fry sauce. So what you do is you take the garlic, a couple tablespoons of that, minced garlic. You're going to take that. You're going to take some distilled vinegar. There's going to be 2 tablespoons of the distilled vinegar. So we'll go ahead and pour that out. Take 2 tablespoons of this glorious sriracha, which I should have pulled the labels and everything, or pulled the band off before I started, but I didn't. So there we go. We're going to take a couple tablespoons of that. So that's our fish sauce. And while we're waiting on that, while I figure that out in a second, we're going to go ahead and we're going to saute up the veggies. Go ahead and get them all out. That smells delightful. And then I'm going to use the whisk here to just stir up that stir-fry sauce. Smells good. Let's look at our vegetables here. Now after those cook for a moment, about 5 minutes, you're going to then take them and set them aside in a separate bowl and then pour a little more oil into the skillet, and then we're going to brown lightly the chicken. And then once we brown that chicken, then we're going to add everything back in and we'll be done. So let's get this cooking. So we've cooked the chicken. That's going. We're going to add now the veggies back to the mix. Those beautifully colored vegetables. And then we're going to take our stir-fry mixture that we made and add that, stirred around, evenly coated. Just a little quick pro tip. I didn't feel like mincing up a bunch of garlic tonight, so I use this a lot of times. Spice World garlic minced, pre-minced. It even shows you on the lid, half a teaspoon equals approximately 1 clove of garlic. So if you're following instructions, if you're an instruction follower to a T like me, you know, I'm not a chef again, so when I'm cooking, I really try to follow the recipes as close as possible, other than adding my own like vegetables or different things like that. But in terms of the amounts of spices, of garlic, of different things like that, I really follow whatever they've done because I'm learning things and figuring things out, and I don't want to make something that tastes nasty because I didn't know what I was doing. So that's good to have on that lid. So we just added our stir-fry mix, and I'm probably going to add a little more oyster sauce. I really like fish sauce, so I'm going to add some more into that just so I can make sure it's nice and evenly coated in the fish sauce. And I may even add a little coconut aminos. For those of you that don't know, coconut aminos are a soy sauce alternative. There are a few different things you can pick up that are soy sauce alternatives. Coconut aminos is one of them. You can pick that up at like Sprouts, at like a health food store. Not very expensive, but it's a good alternative to soy sauce, a fraction of the salt. And again, it is not a soy product, but very good stuff. So once you've coated everything in the stir fry mix, the stir fry sauce, you're good to go. I mean, this is actually done. This is pretty much done. And that's your dinner for the night. Wasn't difficult. It was quick. Probably took about 20, 30 minutes. You're going to have to cut up all the chicken. That's probably what's going to take you the longest to do. But again, once that's done, you have dinner. And again, I make a lot of this because I'm not trying to cook every single night. So I make enough that it'll last and give us leftovers for a couple nights. And sometimes, you know, my wife and the kids, they don't like to eat the same thing. I can eat the same thing for a month, and I'm literally okay with that. My wife and my kids, not so much. So we'll cook up a bunch of big meals, and while I'm still eating the same thing for the whole week, they'll switch between the 2 or 3 meals that we may have cooked and eat those meals different nights so that they're not eating the same thing back to back. So that's just a little pro tip for you there if you're somebody who's a little fussier and you don't want to eat the same thing night after night, which I'm completely okay with. So I hope that's helped you. If you have any questions, comments, leave them in the comments section below, and I'll get to them. If you have a recipe, a dish that you'd like me to try out and cook and get back to you and tell you how it went, more than happy to do that. You can also leave that in the comments below. And hey, I just want to let you know, if you're somebody that's dealing with diabetes, if you're somebody that's dealing with something that you've recently been diagnosed with, there are a lot of people out there going through the same thing as you. I found that out when I put it out there on my Facebook page, and people will help you, people will surround you, and a lot of people are going through the same thing. You can deal with it in a healthy way, and you still can enjoy food. You just have to put a little effort into finding out what's good and what's good for you, and what you'll still like that's tasty, because this stuff really is tasty. Thank you for watching.